What's up, YouTube? I'm here with a video today. I wanted to make a video, a video series, I guess, on summertime fishing. I kind of want to do this all throughout all the seasons of the year, just to help you guys catch more fish and help you pattern the bass when you get on your home lake, whether it's North Carolina, Texas, wherever you live, wherever you guys live. There's always bass to be caught all times throughout the year. And, obviously, we're in dog days of summer. It's hot. It's miserable. It can be miserable. But if you just tough it out, think the bass are dealing the same thing you are. If you get out there when no one else is out there fishing because it's too hot, you can catch a lot more bass and grow as an angler compared to other people sitting at home watching videos, YouTube videos, or whatever they're doing. But I wanted to make the video today on ledge fishing. Ledge fishing is one of those deals in the summertime fishing. It's a great way to catch a lot of fish and big bass. A lot of those big bass will hunker down there because there's a couple reasons why, and I'll tell you how throughout this video. But as you can tell so far, I got a little drawn for you guys so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. And the best way I can give it to you guys, if you think about it, is if you think about a swimming pool where you have the shallow end and it drops suddenly to the deeper water where the diving board's at, that's almost like a ledge. Almost if you go a pool and swim down there, you can kind of see how it drops off very quickly. But in that, a lot of big bass and bass will hold on to the deeper water because it's a lot cooler. The deeper water is cooler in the summertime than up shallow. But I'm not going to diss on the shallow game, but you can catch a lot of bass up shallow, and that'll be a different video I'll make. But today we'll be talking about ledges. So I have two reasons why bass will hold on ledges better in the summertime than most other patterns. One, the sun. If you see right here, kind of got a little sun. The sun can't penetrate to very far in the water. It can go to a certain point and then it stops. So the deeper you get, there's less sun, which is making it cooler down there. The water temperature's gonna be cooler down there. It's gonna be more comfortable for the bass to live. And also there'll be bait fish, shad, and whatever forage you got in your home body of water. And that's another thing bass are always hanging around is shad and bait fish. So always look for that if you want to find the fish. I kind of get sidetracked, but anyways, like I said, another reason why is because the water is much cooler deeper. And I found that being really true, and the bass are hunkered down deeper when it's bluebird skies, the sun's out, and it's like 100 degrees out. When it's miserable and you're wishing you're at home sitting watching TV and some AC. But there's still bass to be caught. So, like I said, when it's bluebird skies, sun's out, it's miserable, I find the bass being typically in the deeper part right here. You can tell, shallow, kind of mid-depth right here, and then deep water. I'll find the bass being, concentrated in the deeper water. Not only will there be one bass or two bass, sometimes there'll be schools of bass out deep, and that's what makes offshore fishing fun. And I got a couple baits I'm going to show you guys, if you can tell right there, that I'll catch them on. And I'm going to move this drawing over, and here's the baits. Alright guys, let's start first up. I like to cover a lot of water. I'm, tournament bass fisherman. I gotta always cover water, find new spots, find out where the fish are biting. And my number one lure for that is gonna be deep on crankbait. This happens to be a 6XD. I got myself hooked. This happens to be a 6XD. These are awesome little dudes. I'm not sponsored by Striking, but I will tell you guys, these are freaking awesome crankbaits. As you can tell, it's natural shad. You can see they kind of been munching on it. And the 6XD dives 19 foot and beyond. It's awesome. And if you guys see down there, see those are not stocked hooks. I replace those. That's another tip, guys. Replace your treble hooks if you want to catch more and bigger fish and not lose any. So, like I said, I'll just throw it out there, and I will like to position my boat. And I'm gonna show you a picture. I'll position my boat up in the shallow part, not right over. I'll kind of be out farther over here, but I'll cast my lure over here and bring it through here, and as it comes up the ledge. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can come up, fish the shallow part, and see if they're not up shallow, you can kind of come up here and drag up like that. But a lot of times I'll also do is I'll set up deeper and be cast up shallow and dragging down. That's a good way, if you guys don't have any fish finders, to find out bass on a ledge. This is cast up shallow, either jagged jig, deep down crankbait, and just drag it down there. And if there's bass there, eventually you get, caught in one. Second lure, it's my favorite lure to catch them on, hands down. If I'm going to have to pick one lure, it's going to be a jig. Guys, if you want to go out there and catch some giants, throw you a jig. This is a 1/2 ounce jig. It's a football head. I really like the football heads. I will not go with anything other than a football head when I'm dragging on ledges. A lot of times my home body of water like Jordan, Sharon Harris, all those sites got a lot of rocks in it. I wouldn't want a jig. It comes through the rocks a lot better, and I feel like it it puts off more disturbance in the water as it's deflecting off those rocks and pushing things around. I just feel like I feel also get better feeling with a football head jig dragging it than I do with any other jig out there. And this happens to be a half ounce. It just really depends on how deep the water is I'm talking about here. It's not very deep at Jordan, so a half ounce gets the job done. But if, like I said, if I'm in a tournament situation and I don't have time to sit there and let it sink for like 5 minutes, I'm going to go with a 3/4 ounce, and here's a 3/4 ounce jig, and I can cover the water a lot quicker. And not to mention, I can fish a lot deeper water quickly. Ooh, there's my jig. Fish a lot deeper water with this one jig. You see there? So that's a big bass lure. It's been proven for many years these jigs catch big bass. Next one, if you want to go out there, man, and just put a hurting on them, catch fish, a bunch of them, I'm gonna tell you go with big worm. This is a Guggen bait. So I'm not so much for any of these companies, but this is probably one of my favorite cruel tail worms next to the Zoom Old Monster. This is green pumpkin. You can never go wrong. Green pumpkin, plum, June bug, and I'll put it on this little jig head. It's kind of busy to get a zoom in. It's like a half ounce. See, a little screw lock. It's just big enough. Fits on this worm perfectly. Those are really the 3 lures. You can obviously throw a bunch more lures. You can pick whatever you want to fish out there, but I find these 3 getting the job done 95% of the time when I'm out in the lake fishing. So I'll put this off to the side and get back to the drawing here. So also, as a general rule, I want to make, when I'm fishing ledges, if you're a tournament bass fisherman, or at least weekend angler, and you're just wanting to catch a bunch of fish, a great way to be able to find out if there's bass on these ledges without making a single cast. And this comes, key with anything, becoming a better angler, offshore fishing, is have a good electronics. I can't stress it enough. I've lacked, electronics game. I've never had really that good electronics until I got my Humminbird. The mega imaging, mega down imaging, mega side imaging, all those deals come into play. It really truly helps you find out structure on the ledges, offshore places, and it helps you find out there's fish there, so you're not wasting your time in an area that has no bass or whatever you're fishing for. So that's another tip I'm gonna give you guys. Get a good fish finder. There's so many out there now that are affordable that you can get your hands on. They're like $500 and they'll do the job, just fine. You just gotta get on the water, dial them in, and get it how you like it. So, that's my video today, guys. Sorry it wasn't the greatest video. I'm kind of just went, on a rant of what I know offshore fishing. It's a great way to catch them. Just gotta go out there in the hot dog days of summer and just fish. They're gonna be out deep, especially the schools and the big ones. A lot of schools will be up there, and you can fire them up and catch a bunch of bass and have a great time on the water. So please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button while you're at it. If you guys appreciate you guys watching this video, taking your time out of your day to watch my little cringe video on ledge fishing. But I appreciate all the people watching. Stay safe fishing and catch some big bass.